This is why narcissists are so terrified of admitting they're wrong. Ever wondered why narcissists seem so incapable of saying I'm sorry? Today, we're tackling a topic that many find perplexing: why narcissists are so terrified of admitting they're wrong. This isn't just about being stubborn, it's rooted in their very personality. Narcissists thrive on an inflated sense of self-importance and an insatiable need for admiration. Apologizing, that's a tall order for them. It requires humility and empathy, traits that run counter to their core identity. For a narcissist, admitting fault is like a direct hit to their delicate self-esteem. Instead of facing their mistakes, they often resort to cunning tactics to avoid the issue. In this video, we'll break down the psychological reasons behind their fear of apologizing and explore the manipulative strategies they use to dodge accountability. Narcissists are often terrified of saying I'm sorry because it threatens their carefully crafted self-image. They create a perfect version of themselves that they want others to see, and admitting they're wrong shatters this illusion. For them, apologizing means accepting that they're not flawless, which is a blow to their already inflated egos. Instead of owning up to their mistakes, they often double down on their errors or blame others. Another big reason narcissists avoid apologies is their lack of empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and connect with other people's feelings. Narcissists, who typically lack this ability, find it hard to genuinely apologize because they don't really understand the impact of their actions on others. They might use the right words, but only to serve their own interests, not out of genuine regret. Apologizing involves acknowledging wrongdoing and feeling remorse for the consequences of one's actions. It's also about recognizing what you've done and taking responsibility. This emotional connection drives people to apologize, but narcissists are disconnected from these feelings. This emotional detachment makes it hard for them to communicate honestly or hear what others are saying. For them, being emotional means being unreasonable, which is a major advantage. Additionally, apologizing requires vulnerability, which narcissists find uncomfortable. To apologize, they have to lower their defenses and admit their weaknesses, something that goes against their need to feel superior. This vulnerability exposes them to criticism and judgment, which they are extremely sensitive to. Admitting fault feels like a threat to their entire defense system. They'd fear that once they start breaking down their barriers, everything they've kept at bay might come crashing down. So they prefer to maintain a facade of control, avoiding apologies to keep up their false sense of superiority and control. Narcissists often hide deep insecurities behind a mask of confidence and self-importance. Despite their outward show of bravado, they have a fragile self-image that gets easily shaken by events. Apologizing forces them to face their own flaws, which can lead to feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. This struggle between their perfect outward image and their inner uncertainties prevents them from genuinely feeling regret or offering real forgiveness. Narcissists also tend to avoid showing true remorse, often using gaslighting to manipulate others. Gaslighting involves twisting reality to make victims question their own experiences. Narcissists might say things like, "You're just being too sensitive," or "You're overreacting," to deflect blame and dismiss others' feelings. This manipulation helps them maintain control and protect their ego. Moreover, narcissists often surround themselves with people who enable their behavior. These enablers, whether friends, family, or colleagues, support the narcissist by encouraging them not to admit mistakes. This creates an echo chamber where the narcissist's actions are constantly validated, making it even harder for them to acknowledge any errors. Sometimes, narcissists might give a false apology, a half-hearted attempt at making amends that doesn't involve real responsibility. These apologies are usually vague and insincere, like saying, "I'm sorry you feel that way," or "I apologize if you misunderstood." By shifting the blame to others, they keep their self-image intact while superficially addressing the issue. Understanding these patterns is crucial for dealing with narcissists effectively. For example, in some cultural contexts, like with Japanese factory managers, flexibility and kindness towards staff are common, illustrating how different environments can shape behavior. Meanwhile, in the business world, understanding the dynamics between production schedules, trade, and technology is key to navigating complex relationships and decisions.